Hi, I'm Pastor Terrence Johnson, the pastor of Higher Dimension Church, and I'm extremely excited about the next 4 weeks in small group because we will begin a series on love and war. I've heard and experienced firsthand that relationships can be a battleground. It can be war, and if you're not careful, there will be people who are hurt by friendly fire because of the inability to manage conflict. So, for the next 4 weeks, I want to share with you how to have peace in your relationships. When I speak of relationships, I'm not just talking, about a relationship between a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but it could be a son-father relationship, a co-worker, or a family member, etc. If you're like me, I'm certain there have been times in your relationships. I know there have been moments, either intentional or unintentional, when you have driven somebody crazy because of something you said, something you did, or something you didn't do. And as a consequence, it irritated you, it upset you, it created a rupture in the relationship. So today, in this first lesson of Love and War, I want to talk about how to have peace in your relationships. Well, let's go to James 3, verse 13. It reads, "If you are wise," you can circle that, "and understand God's ways, prove it by living an honorable life, doing good works with the humility that comes from wisdom." Verse 14, "But if you are bitterly jealous and there is selfish ambition in your heart, don't cover up the truth with boasting and lying." Verse 15 says, "For jealousy and selfishness are not God's kind of wisdom. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and evil in every kind." But verse 17 says, "But the wisdom from above is first of all pure. It is also peace and loving and gentle at all times and willing to yield to others. It is full of mercy, good deeds. It shows no favoritism, and it is always sincere. And those who are peacemakers will plant seeds of peace and reap a harvest of righteousness." You see, this passage is talking about wisdom. And we've learned that wisdom is essential in relationships. We also learned something else about wisdom. Wisdom doesn't eliminate problems, but wisdom reduces problems in relationships. So how do you have peace? Let me give it to you. I'm going to give you 4 things real quick, and then you can go to your groups and y'all can talk and have a blast. Number 1, how to have peace. Be honest. The most important thing that any relationship needs is trust. You have to be honest, and there must be integrity, because all relationships are built on trust. And watch this. Trust is built on truth. Ephesians 4, verse 25 says, "So stop telling lies. Let us tell our neighbors the truth, for we are all parts of the same body." If a guy or a girl, a husband or wife are lying in a relationship, they don't really have a relationship. They have an arrangement. Because the foundation for any relationship is honesty. So if we expect to have peace in our relationships, if we expect to avoid war, you have to shoot it straight. You have to be honest, because the foundation of any relationship is trust. Number 2, be a peacemaker and not a troublemaker. See, family, wise people don't go around looking for fights. Wise people are not going around edging things on. However, there are some people always looking for a fight. You hear them say things like, "I wish she would. He better not look at me crazy." Some people are always trying to mix it up. They just love to fight. They love to argue. You know some people like that. Don't raise your hand, because it could be you. But not wise people. Proverbs 20:3, it says, "Any fool can start an argument. The wise thing is to stay out of them." You see, wise people are not baited into arguments. They make certain that they keep their distance because they understand danger and anger are closely connected. Listen, all you have to do is add a D to anger and you have danger. Wise people know that there are at least three things that can cause somebody to be angry. One, comparing. Why can't you be like so-and-so? Two, condemning. Always making someone feel bad. And three, contradicting. You've probably been around spouses that are always fixing and correcting their spouse. However, wise people are not troublemakers. They want peace. Three, be considerate. Wise people have learned that if you want peace in a relationship, that you must put the other person's feelings before yours. Philippians 4:5 says, let everyone see that you are considerate in all you do. Remember, the Lord is coming soon. Being considerate means being mindful of someone else's feelings. That means if somebody is hurting you and blasting you and talking to you crazy, you don't react the way they're reacting, but rather you show kindness to these individuals. And number 4, finally, be merciful. If you want peace in your relationship, you gotta be merciful. Listen, if you have to major on mercy, it is wise to show mercy to those who fumble the balls of life. It's wise to show mercy to those who mess up. See, the wisest person today is God. And the most merciful person is God. So that when I'm being merciful, I'm being like God. Let me close. I heard a story some days ago about a little boy that went off to school. And when he got to school, he got his report card. Well, he had a bad grade. So when he came home, his dad blew a gasket. His dad was furious. So he got back to school the next day. His friend asked, what did your dad do? He said, he was historical. The friend said, did you mean hysterical? He said, no, I meant historical. He said, what do you mean? He said, my dad brought up all the things that I had ever done. See, this dad was not merciful. And some of us, we are hysterical because we're so historical. Listen, if anybody should be merciful, it should be us. Because God doesn't give us what we do deserve, but rather he gives us what we need. In fact, I think all of us have made oops, mistakes, and we've messed up. But I want to encourage you today, be merciful, be honest, be considerate, and be a peacemaker. Because when you do that, it will help you to have a peaceful relationship. Listen, I pray today as you go into your small groups, y'all talk about these things. I believe that you're going to be blessed, and I believe it's going to be an awesome time today. Make certain that you are engaged. Make certain that you are talking and you are involved. God bless your family, and have a blessed and awesome time in your group.